that way.
Cheers. You are now watching Create a Steady Hustle with Liquid Cash.
Cheers, what it is and what it ain't. It's yours truly, Liquid Cash. I need it all out the stash, the man, the myth. Y'all know what it is with me. Over here is mind over matter. You could think your way to a rich and prosperous life. It's your thoughts and your feelings that create abundance for you. Change your mind and you could change your life. And you are now locked in and you watching Create a Steady Hustle. You could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me. And I appreciate that. Hey, listen, man. I just got back from New York. Y'all already know. Hey, I got to bring y'all up to speed of what I've been up to, man. I've been doing a lot. I've been moving and shaking. I've been moving and grooving. You know what I mean? And a lot of people might not be up to speed about what's going on. Of course, y'all know about the live event September 20th. If you're in Las Vegas, you should definitely be there. If you're not there, you bugging, you tripping. There's no reason for you not to be there. Get your tickets now. Know what I mean? Get them now because they're on sale. Of course, you get that 15% off if you get it now. You know, later on, it might be a little bit more. We don't know. You dig? But either way, if you're in the Las Vegas area, it's no excuse. You need to go get your tickets. Y'all know what it is. But let me bring y'all up to speed of what I've been up to, man. This is going to be a short and sweet live. We're going to get right into it. First and foremost, you know, I got on that red and white because there's a big game today in Las Vegas. San Francisco is playing the Raiders. I was going to get the Raiders jersey because, you know, I really don't watch a lot of football and things of that nature. But today I said, you know what? I'm going to go check out a preseason game and see what it's all about. You know what I mean? My homeboy Red Boss been trying to get me to a game forever. So, you know, I finally to say, okay, let me go check out a football game, man, because I've been brushing them off since the stadium was built. I never went to a football game in my life. So this is the first time I'm ever going to a football game. You dig? But I was going to get the Raiders jersey, but I remember my father is a Jerry Rice fan. Yeah, he down with the San Francisco. Yeah, Raider gang, bang, bang. You know what I mean? So I says only right. I pull out the I8 because, you know, it's the same color as the San Francisco jersey. And, of course, I put on the, you know what I mean, Mitchell and Ness Jerry Rice jersey. Nostalgic. Yeah, nostalgic, you dig? And, of course, I had to match with the, you know what I mean, red and white Air Force Ones. Y'all know how I do it, man. Come on, I got to coordinate. You know what I mean? I shop when I land. So, you know, I had to run to the mall, give me some pieces so I could, you know, look right when I go to this game, you know what I mean? So that's why I got on the football jersey. Just want to bring y'all up to speed of what's going on in my daily life. You dig? But I just got back from New York, and the reason I went out there, I got a big announcement, a huge announcement. I just got back from New York. I interviewed somebody that's prolific in the culture, legendary in the culture, hip-hop culture, black culture, the Mecca, Harlem, you know what I mean? New York City. Yeah, he was born in the Bronx, but grew up in Harlem, USA. And I flew all the way out there to get an interview with this cat. Now, before, you know, I decided to fly out there, I wanted to do a Zoom interview. But I didn't want to shortchange the public. I didn't want to shortchange my audience. I was gonna do a Zoom interview, make it short, sweet, you know what I mean, get it done, get it complete. But I said, you know what? The type of jewels that I want him to drop, it's only right that I fly out to New York and get him in person so he can deliver these jewels in person. You know what I mean? I think the message would be more effective in person. So I did what I had to do. You know, I reached out to his team and we made it happen. And we did our interview on August 20th. You know what I mean? So we got the interview locked and sealed. He dropped so much spiritual bombs on this interview, man. You know what I mean? He dropped so much, man. There's so much things that I could talk about, but I don't want to spoil it for y'all, man. I want y'all to see it and I want y'all to watch it and really, you know what I mean, soak the game up. You dig? I interviewed none other than a Harlem legend, a hip hop legend, AZ, man. Not the rapper AZ, not that AZ. I'm talking about Mr. Paid in Full, Mr. Game Over. If you haven't got his book, you need to go get it. He wrote a book called Game Over. AZ, man, he wrote Paid in Full. The whole story was about his life. You dig? It was about his life. And you know what? I seen a lot of people interview AZ, you know, from Vlad to a whole slew of people interview AZ. And, you know, they touch on certain things, certain topics, you know, that I thought was cool for the public that most people know about. But his story is so deep and he's been through so much in his life. You know, the interviews that he did, I believe, was just surface level about cars, clothes, and hoes. You know what I mean? How many drugs you sold, how many cars you had, things of that nature. He was a drug kingpin. He was moving it, doing what he was doing in the 80s, you know what I mean, holding it down. He was one of the first guys that was really having it his way, you know what I mean, and trying to stay out the way while having it, you dig? Of course, you know, I'm influenced by the whole culture of Paid in Full and what they stand for. Rich Porter, you know, my last name is Porter, so of course I connect with that. You dig? Alpo, of course, he was definitely fly doing his thing. He did a lot of bad things in the hood, and you know, he got a lot of stain on his name, but of course we can't erase the past as far as what he meant to the culture, as far as the influence that he had on hip-hop culture. So we can't erase that. We might not like what he did, but we can't erase the influence that he had. So it was AZ Faison, Rich Porter, and I think it was Alpo Martinez. If I'm not mistaken, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. These was the three amigos that was really holding it down in the 80s and 90s, really doing their thing in the drug game in Harlem. And of course, Alpo went to DC, and y'all already know the rest of that history. But I had to sit down with the source, AZ, man. I had to sit down with the source. Rest in peace to Rich and Darnell. They not here right now, but AZ is still alive and well. So I had to go to the Mecca and go sit down with the source and give y'all some real live jewels that you can use. And you know, I don't really do interviews, man. I really don't do interviews at all. That ain't even my thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I do, man. So for me to go all the way to New York to sit down with somebody and really chop game and really, you know, have them give me some words of encouragement, words of wisdom, and drop some spiritual bombs, y'all know it was God sent. It was divine intervention. You dig? It was divine intervention. I had to do it. I felt like my spirit led me to do that. Because I know the story. I know the history. You know what I mean? His history ain't no mystery to me. Might be a mystery to a lot of y'all, but I feel like my audience needed to hear some of the spiritual jewels that, you know what I mean, that he has. And that's what I wanted to talk about. I didn't want to talk about how much cocaine he sold. I didn't want to talk about how many women he slept with. I didn't want to talk about how many people Alpo murdered or whatever have you. I wanted to talk about the spiritual aspect of his life, because he's been through a lot. Been shot 9 times, 6 people were shot and left for dead in the crib that he was holding some of this weight in. And you know, he has so much history in his story, but there's a spiritual aspect to it because God saved his life and gave him a second chance. August 20th, 1987, he was robbed and shot and left for dead, but he survived. So it's a spiritual aspect to that I want to tap into, and I did tap into, and he dropped a lot of, you know, like I said again, dropped a lot of bombs. He gave a lot of information. We talked about so much. It's a 2-hour, you know, interview. I might break it up in parts. It might be a part 1, part 2. I don't know how I'm gonna roll it out, but either way, I think it's something that y'all would definitely appreciate. I know I'm gonna appreciate it. You know what I mean? You dig? I was there, and I'm still gonna watch it like I wasn't there, like I wasn't even a part of it, like I'm just a student of the game, and I'm gonna be soaking it up because there's some things that I might have missed because I was in the moment of just interviewing him, and I'm not used to interviewing people. So, you know, I had to get the hang of it, and I was more focused on what question to ask next, you dig, instead of really soaking it up as I normally would when I'm just talking and listening. You feel me? So anyway, it's a dope interview, man. It's a dope. And of course I had to shoot a little mini docu-series, of course, of my, you know, my trip to New York and things that I did of that, you know, different things, man. I met a lot of people along the way, you know what I mean? And so after I interviewed AZ, I was trying to reach out to this other dude that really did a lot of music with Rock Marciano. I know y'all don't know who that is, Rock Marciano. For the people who do know who that is, salute to y'all, man. But the dude I went and chopped game with was Earl Holden, right? Errol Holden. I think that's the way he pronounced his name, Errol Holden. If you haven't heard about him, definitely look him up. He's definitely dope. He's definitely dope when it comes to the mic. He's a hip hop artist. I think he's from Harlem as well. You know what I mean? So of course, I had to try to reach out to him. I really wanted to do an interview with him because he got a story, of course, and he has a certain demeanor of how he carries himself, and I could feel the realness about what he does, and when he speaks, I could feel the energy. So I feel like he would be an asset to the platform as far as just being the truth and being real and just presenting that to my audience and letting them see authentic individuals that grew up in these Harlem streets, that grew up in these New York streets and survived the time. They stood the test of time. So Errol Holden is a dope MC when it comes to the music. He's an underground hip hop, real hip hop dude, and he's dope. He's nice, stupid nice. Might not be everybody cup of tea, but to me, the nigga is nice. And I believe he's the next up. You know what I'm saying? For the niggas that's really doing this real hip hop shit, he's the one that people need to be paying attention to. So I really wanted to chop game with him and pay him for his time too. Compensate him for his what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I want him to be, spit what he got to spit as far as his testimony, as far as whatever he want to get off his chest, as far as whatever he want to say. I wouldn't mind, breaking him off for him to express himself the way he does on the mic. And I believe my audience would appreciate that. So if y'all want to see that, go hit him up on his YouTube page. His name is Errol Holden, ERROLHOLDEN. And hit him up on his YouTube page. Leave a message saying, hey man, we want to see you on Liquid Cash Podcast, Create a Steady Hustle. We want to see you on that because I definitely believe he has something to say, and I think that he can drop some jewels that y'all could use. You know what I mean? Like I said, his music is fire, so y'all look him up on Apple Music or however you get your music. You dig? Check him out. But like I said again, man, New York was a vibe. I mean, New York energy is like none other. No place is like New York City, man. New York energy is like none other. I don't care where you go in the world. When you get to New York City, it's a different vibration, B. Different vibration, you dig? When I'm in Vegas, I'm more relaxed, reserved. You know what I mean? I'm more chill. When I'm in New York, I'm a different animal. I'm a different animal, but the same beast. You feel me? R.I.P. to Kobe. But yeah, I'm a different animal, but the same beast, man. So when I go there, I'm on a whole different wave. I'm there to get business and handle business and get business done. You know what I mean? So that's what I did when I got off the plane. Link up with my man Fares. Y'all definitely got to check his music out too. You know what I mean? He part of the Cash is King Records, part of the Cash is King Boss Life family. Carmen Nicole and Fares. Y'all already know Rich Riot. That's his handle on Apple Music and Spotify, Rich Riot. I did a few records with them as well. They part of the family. You already know. So we rented a Maybach. Of course, he picked me up in that Maybach and we moving through the city. We pulled up in Harlem. Of course, I'm looking like, you know what I mean? My regular self, fly, dapper. You know what I mean? The smoothest nigga since Billy D. Williams. Ain't nobody smoother than me. Y'all already know how I do it. I'm in the back of that back and I'm bumping that, you know what I mean? Nipsey Hussle. We riding through Harlem. I'm going through my old blocks and things of that nature, you dig? Where I used to live at, 126 in Lexington. You know what I mean? I used to, move through over there. And I think I went to Queens too. We went to Queens. We went to eat at a few spots in Brooklyn. Man, we was all over, man. You know what I mean? I could go on for days about how the trip was. It was dope. I stayed in Jersey because, Jersey's a whole different energy. The hotels are better in Jersey. You feel me? When you're in Jersey, you get more for your buck. You know what I mean? You get more for your money. When I'm out there, I stay around the Hoboken area or the Weehawken area. You know what I mean? You overlooking the view of the city. You right next by the I think it's the Atlantic Ocean. You feel me? So it's a whole vibe. It's a whole vibe. You have to be there to really know what I'm talking about. The hotel I stay at, they got a dope ass restaurant where you can see the whole view of the city, New York, of course. So that's the backdrop. And right there, the Lincoln Tunnel, you in the city in about 10 minutes. So even though I'm in Jersey, I get to the city in about 10 minutes. Once I get through the Lincoln Tunnel, I'm right there, you dig? It's really less than 10 minutes, but either way, you know what I mean? 10 minutes and you right there. But yeah, so I had a wonderful time, man. Shout out to the dude who shot the docu-series. I forgot his name. I'm gonna see if I can get his name for y'all, man. The dude who shot everything, he's dope. He's out there in New York. It wouldn't be right if I don't shout him out, you know what I'm saying? So let me see if I can get his handle, you know what I mean? Because he did a great job. He had a great personality. I don't gel with everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a lot of people be fake. Now niggas don't be keeping it 100. A lot of people be bullshitting, not on top of their game. So, you know, I don't really gel with everybody, man, to keep it 100 with y'all, man. So when I meet people I gel with, I gotta shout them out. I gotta show them the love that they deserve because it's only right. That's just me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's very rare that I meet people who have pure, genuine, real, authenticity, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think he is one of them. So I'm gonna try to get his name for y'all and shout him out real quick. Y'all bear with me. Give me a second, man. How y'all doing out there, man? I'm talking so much, I forgot to even ask y'all how y'all doing out there, man. How y'all doing out there, man? Y'all good? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all good, man? I'm talking so much because I got to do this live and I got to go to the football game. I can't really spend too much time on this live, you know what I mean? And I'm going to give one person an opportunity to call up. If you really, really want to get through to me and want to holler at your boy, just leave a super chat and I would definitely answer your call. But I'm going to give one person an opportunity to call up, all right? But the dude who shot the docu-series behind the scenes and the interview, his IG handle is shot by Express. SHOTBYX, the letter X, PRESS. Shot by Express. Y'all check him out, man. He's dope. I like his work. I like his work ethic. He's on top of his shit. He don't play no games. He's coming prepared. If you're in New York City, if you're in Jersey, you're in the tri-state area, he travels, he moves around, he does what he does, but he gets there on time. He's about his business, and he's gonna give you a good product. And that's at the end of the day, that's all we really concerned about, is making sure that we get a good product. We execute on our goals, and he's gonna make sure that it looks great and you look great. So I can't wait until he's done with everything. He showed me the docu-series today. I love it. Everything looks smooth, cool, calm, and collective. It was fly, you know what I'm saying? This cool fly shit, you know what I mean? And we did all that on the go. We just moving, but he was keeping up with everything, and he was making sure getting the right angles, because that's what it's all about, right, ladies? It's all about the angles, right? And he was making sure get the right angles, man, and everything was smooth, you know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to him, man. Shot by Express. Hit him up on IG if y'all ever need some fly shit done. If you're in New York City, definitely he gonna handle, you know what I mean, what it needs to be done. He gonna take care of the job, you feel me? Also, man, like I said again, after the first 2 days, man, like I said, we was in the Maybach, moving through the city. Then we went and copped we rented the Lambo. Of course, we had to get the Lambo because we had some technical difficulties with the rental company. They told me they was going to switch out the Maybach for the Ghost. And when they brought the Ghost had a crack in the windshield. I told them that's hazardous to my health. I know it's a Ghost, and it's a nice Rolls Royce, but it got a cracked windshield. I can't rock like that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna do it, I'd rather jump in a hoopty than to jump in a Ghost with a cracked windshield. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it correct. So I told them, do whatever y'all gotta do. I gotta go to the mall. I gotta go shopping because I went to New York with a limited amount of clothes. So let me go shopping, and you know what I mean? By the time I finish my shopping, y'all should already switch out the vehicle, and I should have the Lambo. So we had the red Lambo pull up. I posted in my shorts so y'all could see that joint. That was pretty. Of course, I matched the Lambo with the Arsenal jersey with the red and white Air Force Ones. Of course, I had to do that. I'm in New York City, you know what I mean? Somebody had the nerve to comment on my post saying, "Oh, that car is rented. Like you should be ashamed for renting a car." Nigga, you stupid. Nigga, why would I feel ashamed for renting a car? Nigga, that's what we do when we travel. Nigga, we rent cars. It don't matter. I don't care if I'm going to LA. You dig? I'm going to rent a car. You know what I mean? I don't live there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to rent a vehicle, nigga. Because I drive these type of vehicles all the time. That's, you know what I'm saying? It's a Rolls Royce in my parking lot, nigga. I-8 is in my parking lot. My homeboy got the motherfucking Lambo. If I need to go drive that, I hit him up and say, yo, nigga, let me get the keys for the Lambo. He gonna give me that. That's how we do it. We swap cars out. That's how we do it, because we don't value material shit, you dig? We swap these shit out because we don't value none of it. When you gone, nigga, it's over. Nobody's gonna get to experience that no more but your family, right? So at the end of the day, while you living and you here, we don't value material shit, nigga. You dig? If I got it, you got it. You feel me? So if my man got a Corvette or a Lambo or whatever he driving, man, we swap cars out. That's how we do it. Let me get that Lambo, you take the Rolls Royce. Oh, let me get the Corvette tonight, and I'll take this. Matter of fact, I ain't even want to floss tonight, man. Let me get the Buick. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even trying to floss, man. Let me get the Buick, and I'm gonna drive that. You dig? I'm gonna take my shorty to the movies, and we gonna chill, and we gonna ride in the hoopty today. You dig? That's how we do it. You know what I mean? We don't value none of this material shit because that shit don't make us. We make the money. The money don't make us. You feel me? The cars don't make us. So a nigga trying to make assumptions or insult somebody from renting a car when they go somewhere or when they travel to another city or another state or whatever have you, man, all you doing is playing yourself, man. That shows how small your mind is, man. You did? Because when you move and you traveling through life and you got money, you could have it your way. You do things like that. You rent nice cars because you live that way in your real day-to-day life. You did? It ain't no front. You drive luxury cars in your day-to-day life. So when you travel to another state, you want to drive a luxury car because this is how you move it. And if you decide to say, you know what, let me get a Camry, then that's what you do because you're used to this. It's nothing. You dig? So there's no fronting and no capping in my game. We do this because this is how we live. Now, for the niggas that drive a Camry on a day-to-day life and they go to another state and they cop a Lambo or cop a Wraith or cop a Rolls and they fronting and stunting and acting like they got it like they really don't. You know what I mean? They acting like they got it, but they really don't. Now you can call them niggas out because they don't really live like that. Them niggas is really fronting. But a nigga like me, man, we live like this all day, every day, man. It's nothing to me, man. You dig? Fast cars, fast clothes, fast hoes. Nigga, that's how we live. You dig? It's a boss life. And you gotta hustle and grind to live this type of lifestyle, you dig? This shit don't come overnight. If you think this shit is easy, everybody in the world would be doing it if it was really easy. If you think it was easy, my nigga, let me see you do it. Huh? If you think keeping up with the bills that niggas got, let me see you do it. If you think that's easy, let me see you do it. Alright then, half of you niggas can't do it because you don't have to hustle. You scared of grown man bills. You scared to drop $100,000 on a motherfucking vehicle that you know what I mean, have on your vision board. You scared to do that. You scared to live in the high-rise condo or the house you want to live in because you scared of those grown man bills. You ain't a hustler. You don't know where the next dollar's gonna come from once you spend the money that you got. But a nigga like me, man, I ain't gonna never spend it all. You feel me? So I'ma always have some cushion. So if I fall, I land on a bunch of money. You know what I mean? But I'm still gonna enjoy my life. I'ma cop the cars that I wanna cop. I'ma cop the cribs that I wanna stay at or to live in. You know what I mean? Because that's just who I am. I'm vibrating at a high frequency, so my lifestyle gotta depict that. It gotta reflect how I'm moving, how I'm feeling, how I'm vibrating, you dig? So I just want y'all to ride with me and understand that this clip that I'm about to drop for y'all, you know what I mean? In the next couple weeks, maybe I might not even wait a couple weeks, man. I might drop, once he finished with the edit, I might drop it next week, you dig? Yeah, I might just drop that bitch next week, you know what I mean? I might not even wait that long, you feel me? Because I want y'all to have that. I've been rocking with y'all for a minute, y'all been rocking with me. I want to give my audience quality over quantity, you dig? So we taking our time with it. We taking our time with it. If I'm talking a little bit too fast, it's all good. I ain't gonna slow up. You just listening too slow, you dig? Catch up or get mustard. We getting it popping over here, man. I want y'all to understand I create a steady hustle. This is how we doing. We inspiring, we motivated, and we educating at the same time. And we dropping it and we telling it how it is, man. You dig? And I build my platform to share with the people, and I want to reach out to certain niggas that really got motion and really got something to say. And even if you don't have no motion, if you got something to say and you real about what you gotta say, and I believe in what you talking, hey man, hit me up. You never know, man. I might throw you on the platform, you dig? Yeah, I might give you 15 minutes of shine, man. And you could shine your light on the people, you know what I mean? But let me see what's popping in the comments, man. Let me see what's popping in the comments. Like I said, man, I'm only on here for a few more minutes, man. I ain't here for a long time, you dig? I'm on here for about 5 more minutes, you dig? 30-minute session. Wanted to, you know, tap in with my people, man. We ate at a lot of nice restaurants in New York, like I said before earlier. It was this one Jamaican spot. I forgot the name of it. I wish I could tell y'all. It was on Flatbush. But we ended up getting some chicken off the side of the road anyway. You know what I mean? One of the Jamaican dudes was ended up, you know, doing some jerk chicken on the side of the road and shit, and we got that. That shit was fire. You know what I mean? And he was doing that joint on a barrel. You know, when they grilling that shit outside on a barrel, that's when you know you getting that raw, authentic jerk chicken, you dig? When you put that joint in the oven, that ain't the real jerk chicken, man. When you got that joint outside on the grill and you doing your motherfucking thing, that's when you know you get some real jerk chicken, you feel me? So yeah, shout out to the homie in Flatbush that was out there chefing it up on the corner, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, it was a time, man. It was a vibe, man. I did so much. Oh, I almost forgot. Shout out to my niggas who had the boat party as well, man. My nigga Azie, you dig? They had the boat party there. Oh man, listen, man, I lived in New York for years, and I ain't never been on. Not that I remember ever been on a boat party, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been on a boat party. That was just never my thing. I'm gonna keep it 100. I just never did that. I just never went on a boat party nowhere because it was just not my flavor. But my homeboy AZ, it was his birthday, so of course I had to go, you know, show him love, and I had to go on that boat ride, and we had to do our thing, man. I'm trying to shout out to the dude who had the boat party as well, man. I can't find his IG. If I could find his IG, I wanna definitely give him a shout out. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it, man. Cause that was a good time, and I had a wonderful time on that boat. It was dope, you know what I mean? We went past the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, Statue of Liberty was fire. We got a lot of flicks and good videos of that. You know what I mean? It was a vibe. They played nothing but R&B, man. It was nothing but R&B. No hip hop, none of that, you know, shoot 'em up, bang bang shit. It was all R&B, you dig? So I want to definitely give a shout out to Azie for letting me know about that. It was his birthday as well. You feel me? So shout out to my man Don Mega. Let me see if I can find the dude. Man, let me see if I can find it. I probably can't find the dude who had the boat. You know, man, I can't find it, man. It is what it is, man. I'm just trying to show love where niggas that show me love, I like to show love back, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I like to shout dudes out and give them their flowers while they can smell it, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a wonderful time, and I enjoyed myself. You know what? I'm definitely gonna find his name so I could definitely give him a shout out, man, because it's only right, you dig? And y'all gonna be patient, right? Y'all can wait. Give me a second, guys. Okay, his IG is God Gifted Promotions. Shout out to him, God Gifted Promotions. Hey man, shout out to you, man. God Gifted Promotion for showing us a good time at the boat cruise. You know what I mean? They had a good section for us. We was right. They had food, they had liquor for the women. I don't even drink, but my homeboys, they brought their ladies with them, and they drank and they had a good time, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was nothing but R&B. Motherfuckers was in there electric sliding. I tried to jump on the electric slide. I couldn't, because I really don't know how to electric slide, but I tried to jump in there, do 1 or 2 steps, you know what I mean? But like I said again, it was a vibe, you know what I mean? Yeah, shout out to my man Don Mega, Swaggy Jeff, Easy. Y'all already know what it is, Miss 7 Kitty. I wish you was dead, my nigga. I ain't seen you in a minute. You know what I mean? You already know. Tap in with your boy, man. You already know it's all love. Fire rock. You know what I mean? Anyway, man. Also, my cousin Mars. Oh, man. Mars with the cars. He the one who hooked up the rental. Shout out to Mars, man. Anytime y'all need a vehicle in New York City, man, or the tri-state area, y'all holler at my cousin Mars, man. He gonna hook you up, man. Mars with the cars. He gonna line it up and make sure they deliver the car to you wherever you at. Listen, they did it so smooth, man. They brought the car to my hotel. They even did, you know what I'm saying? They brought the car to my hotel. Of course, you got to pay a little fee for that. But they brought the car all the way to Jersey. Then when I went to Roosevelt Field Mall, they brought the car there as well. You know what I mean? The other car, when I had to switch out the cars and all that. So they did that for me as well. So, you know, they showed love, man. So Mars with the cars, definitely hit them up when you're in New York City and you need something foreign, you got a video shoot, you got a wedding to go to, you got a graduation, you want to go, you know, go to the graduation flyer, or maybe it's a prom you want to hit up, you know what I mean? Definitely hit up Mars with the cars. He's gonna get you right, man. You dig? Anyway, listen, man. I've been on here a little bit longer than I wanted to be on. I'm gonna give one person an opportunity to call up. Y'all already know. I'm gonna leave the number in the chat. Hey, shout out to Bakar. I think it's Bakar, Bakar, for that $4.99. I appreciate that super chat, you know what I mean? Shout out to you, man, for sending that super chat, man. Every dollar counts. Like I told y'all before, I'm trying to buy the Brooklyn Bridge, so y'all know what it is, man. And RIP to everybody that had that, that's going through that tragedy. I think it's in Naples, you know what I mean? Y'all saw that big ass, I think it was a dam that ended up breaking and it ended up killing a lot of people. So we want to, you know, send our prayers and our respect to the people that lost their life in that tragic event, you dig? So I definitely want to put a highlight on that. You know, no matter what's going on in the world, we got to understand there's people going through it, you know what I mean? There's things that's happening and people are not coming out on a good end of the stick when these things are transpiring. Natural causes and natural events. So we have to, you know, send out our blessings and wish their family nothing but, you know, strength, and hopefully they can, you know, overcome the situation and move forward with their lives, because a lot of people lost their lives in that tragedy. So I just want to shine light on that, you dig? But anyway, man, like I said again, man, I'm gonna give one person the opportunity to call up. I'm gonna leave the number in the chat real quick. You know, let me see real quick, give me a second. Okay, y'all got about 60 seconds to call up. If I don't get a call in 60 seconds, it is what it is, man. I'll catch y'all later. It is what it is, man. I ain't got time to play. I got moves to make, you know what I mean? Like I said again, Raiders versus San Francisco. It's a big game. I gotta go see it. Like I said, I haven't been to a game since the Raiders stadium was built. You know, it's only a matter of time, and the time is now. I got my Jerry Rice, Mitchell and Ness jersey on, so you know it's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be a time. You know what I mean? We gotta do what we do, and I gotta get up out of here. But I left the number in the chat. If you can call in 60 minutes, you get an opportunity to ask me whatever question you want. But if you can't call in time, it is what it is. I know some of y'all be nervous and don't be having y'all questions together. I'll be putting y'all on the spot, and y'all don't be ready. But if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. I've been told you that, you know what I mean? That's how I move through life, man. I stay ready for whatever, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. And shout out to all my people on TikTok that be watching me and holding me down, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Feel me? Let me see what's going on. Okay, 6 Big J said he sent a gold coin for the Jews. All right, so that's how they do it now? They sent gold coins? All right, shout out to 6 Big J with the gold coins. See, like, I ain't hip to all of this different forms of showing love, you know what I mean? I know some people send a super chat, some people send gold coins and things of that nature. There's so many other ways y'all can show love. I don't be knowing all the new ways they have of people donating or supporting the platform. So, you know, bear with me. I'm still learning as we go. I'm always a student of the game. I don't know it all, you dig? So if I come off like I do know it all, I'm letting you know right now. I don't know it all. So I'm still learning as we go, man. And I want to let y'all know, man, I appreciate y'all for following me thus far. For 3+ years, I've been giving y'all nothing but jewels that y'all can use. Y'all can go look at my videos. For 3 years, I've been consistent with giving y'all nothing but jewels. And I appreciate the fact that y'all been rocking with me for these 3 years. And man, All I hope is that we get another 3 more years in and we keep this thing going, you know what I mean? So, you know, if y'all like this platform and y'all want to continue to support me, be a member of my YouTube channel. And also, if you don't want to be a member of the YouTube channel, you can go on my Patreon and be a member of that and be able to watch exclusive content, exclusive videos. Of course, my interview would be on the membership channel or membership page and the Patreon page before it's, you know, sent out to the public. So you'll be able to watch it first on those pages, all right? It's another day, another dollar, more money, more progress. You are watching Create a Steady Hustle. I appreciate y'all for being here. And if you don't remember nothing I said today, remember this. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Cheers. Yeah. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean. Niggas can't fuck with me, man.
That boy.
It's liquid cash, I need it all out the stash.
I'ma get rich or I'ma get deported. Riding cross country, my Ford Taurus with 2 hoes and they both foreign. These trick niggas about to get extorted.